It's the Playhouse Podcast with Kat and JJ.
Believe it. I missed everything.
Missed the show?
What am I going to do?
Check out the Daily Podcast.
Bingo! How fun!
Last week, someone lost an eye at bingo.
Bingo!
Bingo what bingo?
Bingo!
Hurry up and call if you're somebody listening who
has ever had a wild experience at a concert. It just got a little out of hand. There's a rapper named Dave Blunts, and he's about to hit the road.
Have you seen this guy on Instagram?
The thing is, he's 600 pounds, and he plans to work something special into each show.
Yeah, the tour is going to be insane, and I'm gonna crowd surf during this tour.
I don't think you should do that.
They will hold me.
But the thing is, bro, is you still got to get caught.
I'm going to get caught. I know that they're going to catch me. Bro.
You have kids as fans. They're physically not capable of catching.
Bro, I'm telling you, it's going to work, bro.
I did the math.
Well, good luck to everybody. He himself says, yeah, it might be a challenge, but they'll all hoist me up. So,
Dude is huge.
Yeah. So, have you ever seen something crazy happen at a concert?
I'm going to look for anyone listening who has a famous name. Like you share, your real name's Ronald Reagan. Or your
Beyonce.
real name. Sure. Hi, Autumn. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
We're great. Thanks for calling. Which one do you fit this morning?
Well, I actually fit both, but I'm going to go with Kat.
Okay.
I'm going to go with Kat. Well, I don't fit both, but I have family that fits the other one. So I got to go with Kat's crazy concert.
Okay, who'd you see in concert?
So this is like 2 years, no, it was like 2 or 3 years ago now. I went to, with two of my best friends, I went to Young Gravy.
Oh, yeah. I love Gravy, yeah.
Yeah. We gave away tickets.
So do I, and I was super excited about the concert. And I was actually, my two friends, I was supposed to be the sober cat, so, like, I was there, and I was like, I want to experience the concert, like, you do whatever you want, I'll be the sober ride home, like, that was the plan. I had a singular White Claw when I walked into the venue, and I got roofied.
No.
No.
So who would have given you that, or did you look away and you didn't have your hand over your drink like we're taught to?
No, I had it in my hand the entire time. I have no idea because it was a can of White Claw. Like, that's nearly impossible to do.
Yeah.
Like, I have no idea. Like, the bartender seemed like a solid enough guy, but I have no idea. But it happened to, like, 6 or 7 people, like, so much so that they had, like, a full med tent upstairs. And then my best friend Marina, thank God, came and got me, but I sent some pretty wild text messages to her to help her try and figure out where I was.
Autumn, how far into the show before you realized that you weren't well?
I didn't even make it through the opener.
That is so scary. How quickly that can happen. So
unreal.
Well, I'm glad that everything turned out okay, that your friend could find you. Yeah, I bet.
Well, how about this? Next time Gravy comes to town, you call us. We'll make sure you get some free tickets, and then you can experience the whole thing without roofies.
I'm going to hold you to that, JJ.
I got you, Autumn. All right, have a great morning. Thanks for sharing with us.
Bye.
That's so scary.
Yeah.
You get a can at a concert.
What did we give away a while ago? It were the coasters that this mom developed with a scientist, and you take a little bit of your drink on the tip of your finger and you put it on the coaster, and if it turns a certain color, you know. And she handed it out at all college campuses, and I thought that was so brilliant.
You know what? We got time for one more here real quick. Sophia, good morning. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. You're only 11, and you've experienced something really weird at a concert? Like what?
So I was at a Shinedown concert, and I was just going there with my family. And then, like, at the end, they just started going crazy and pushing each other all over.
Oh, like a mosh pit.
Because, like, they were throwing out, like, stuff like drumsticks and that.
Yeah, that's so
and
scary.
then, like, I was about to leave, and then this guy was, like, yelling for me. And then, like, my mom showed me this guy who was carrying a drumstick. So then I went up to him and grabbed the drumstick from him.
Oh, this was like another person at the concert. He had gotten the drumstick from their drummer and gave it to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was so nice. That's polite. You see this at baseball games all the time where, like, you know, somebody will catch a foul ball or a home run ball and they'll look for little kids. So, like, that's very generous. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Do you still have the drumstick?
Yes, I do. It's in my room right now.
Shinedown. What a weird genre for your age.
Mm-hmm.
Name your favorite Shinedown song.
I have no idea.
That's what
They're
I
all
thought.
pretty
Maybe
good.
you know the words. You're like me. Sometimes I'm bad with titles, but I know all the words. So.
All right. Hey, thanks for sharing with us, Sophia. I hope you have a great day today. Morning, Vicky. How are you?
Good morning, guys. You guys are doing good?
Yeah, I think
Yes.
everything's all right around here. Now, I was informed just a couple seconds ago that it's not Vicky with a Y, it's with an I-E, so everybody pay attention. Vicky, what are you sick of right now? Because everybody's just kind of complaining. So we thought, let's go with it. What are you sick of?
I am sick of my husband asking me what I am going to cook for dinner when you're at home all day because you're retired. Really?
Oh, man.
And you're tinkering in the damn garage.
So what does he think his role is now in life? Because we go through so many seasons and so many chapters. Now he's retired. What does he think? There are no expectations anymore for him?
Yeah, pretty much.
So,
I give it to him. He did his 22 years in the military. He retired at 47.
nice.
And then he worked a little bit. And then he's just like, I'm fully retired. I get it. You earned it. But you also are not doing anything so you can cook.
That is very true.
Who cooked last night, Vicky, with an IE?
Both of us, because I said you got to come in and help.
All right, so you're slowly working him into the process.
And then he burnt it.
Then he
Yeah.
burnt it.
I value his service, but if he lives until, normal people are starting to live well into their 80s, you have another like 40 plus years of this nonsense. So you need to whip him into shape here.
Oh, trust and believe. It's an ongoing thing with us.
Yeah.
If you had to put a sticker on it, when do you think you're going to get to the point where he quits asking and just does it himself?
When he's starving.
Oh, okay. So you need to
Gotta be
fully
pushed.
pull anchor and make him work for himself. Otherwise, this ain't going to happen, huh?
Oh, no, I fully do. His mother spoiled him.
Oh, no.
Oh, he's a mama's
You got one of
boy.
those.
Oh, my God. Yeah, you can't shake that.
Yeah, she did everything, and I loved her dearly. I had the best mother-in-law ever. But yeah.
You're the best. Thanks, Vicky. I hope you have a great day.
You too.
Take care. Hello, Sarah. How are you?
Good. How about you?
Great. First big question. You know it's going to be right out of the chute. Is it Sarah with an A or Sarah with an H?
With an H.
Yeah. Let's go.
Sarah.
Yeah.
That's Sarah with the H.
Let's go.
Too bad if you don't like it, because haters gonna hate.
Sarah, you are so sick of what right now?
That.
People's absolute lack of empathy, especially towards teenagers.
Now I'm about to have a teen, and I watched a Dr. Phil the other day where it's just like they are humans too, and some people just dumb things down for them and discredit their feelings, and they're going through it too. You know what I mean? Like they have a lot of pressure on their shoulders.
Before either of you guys get on your high horse, I'd like to introduce you to my son Nolan, who is 17, going on 4.5. As far as so they don't have school the other day. He's got 20 kids in my shed. They're playing pool. They're playing bags. They're messing around. They're in the batting cage.
But that's being a kid before you hit adulthood and stuff gets real.
Now,
like, be a kid.
Sarah, if you were 17 and you had 20 people out to your mom and dad's place, what would be expected of you after all those 20 people leave?
Oh, we were always expected to clean up after ourselves.
Oh, look at that. What's that like?
Uh-oh.
I asked my son when he got home from hockey practice last night if he could start cleaning up, and he looked at me like I was speaking Polish. It was one of the most saddening points of my life.
So you must have an example of lack of empathy. Have you noticed what lately?
So I actually used to work with teenagers at my last job, and a lot of them would open up about their struggles of with school and the amount of lack of empathy that even teachers have with teenagers.
Right.
They just expect them to have everything together, and it's that's not their job yet.
Yep.
They're not supposed to have everything together. I'm 20 and I don't have everything together. Like,
and you know,
why do we have to put that on the teenagers?
I'm sure you notice some of these teens having real life problems too. Maybe they have parents that won't work or choose one thing over them, and that's got to be really
rough.
rough.
I've noticed though is like the kids that like our age that were latchkey kids, they seem to just be able to grind through it, right? Like it wasn't that big of a deal for you to just be like, Mom, I'm leaving, and then boom, you were gone for the entire day. Now it just seems like, oh, you're an irresponsible parent if you're not following your child on like 360 every second of the day.
I mean, I grew up very lucky of I didn't go out very often, so I didn't have to deal with the helicopter parents.
Yeah.
I was one of those teenagers that I stuck to my bedroom playing video games online.
I got you. Okay. I got you. All right.
Well, I'm glad that teens have you to speak to and be empathetic.
You're the mouthpiece for an empathetic teen generation.
Good morning. I'm good. How are you?
We're great. Thanks. You're old enough to remember the fire department stickers on your window, right?
Yeah, you unlocked like a 25-year-old memory just surfaced. It was crazy.
So why do you think it went away? Do you think it went away because of what I said, where you don't really want to advertise which rooms children are in? Or it's just not necessary? Get in the house and get whoever is in there out.
I don't know. I mean, probably there's a lot of gross people out there, but...
I think Kat called it a pedo beacon.
I mean...
I did. I would not have it on my child's window for sure.
Yeah, I mean, this was the 90s, so, like, think about that. That was the time where I was just like, hey, I'm leaving, and they were like, all right.
See you tomorrow.
Bye.
Yep.
And then I just showed...
But they care enough
about
about you
when I got hungry
to get you out first in a fire, so...
How about this, Amy? If they brought them back, would you put them on your kids' windows?
I mean, I don't have kids, so I'd probably not.
Amy, go with the bit here. If you had kids, would you put them on their window?
No.
Okay, that's what I was looking for. All right, fair enough.
I'm glad we could take you down memory lane, and you could call and verify that, because I had never heard that stickers went on windows like that.
She's just a young buck. Doesn't have any idea what's going on back in the day.
I guess.
All right, good stuff. Thanks, Amy. Hope you have a great morning. Kat has introduced me to a show called Bailin' Out Loud, right?
Yes, it's Bailin Dupree. She's huge on TikTok, 10 million plus followers, and she has Tourette's syndrome. And people are looking at the show in different ways. I look at it as anytime someone can expose what they're going through and teach me a little bit about it is only benefiting me and them.
I get that, but when I first heard about this, I was like, they're exploiting this poor girl. So the person you love... Oops, hold on. I wanted to play you that. That was something we were recording here.
Why do I cuss? You're done. You're done.
My name is Bailin. I'm 21 years old, and I have Tourette's syndrome. In a little baby weenie. Raining Tourette's syndrome causes me to have involuntary motor and vocal tics.
Run it up.
Your mom's built like a falafel.
What's going on with her? She's real?
My mom has crabs. She doesn't.
Okay, so they're taking, obviously, a very serious condition. They're trying to spin it with a little light. Does she laugh at herself?
I think she tolerates herself. She's like, it is what it is. I can't do anything about it. Her family has fun with it, and we'll just keep it lighthearted, because you don't want to make someone with Tourette's feel bad. They can't. It's out of their control. You'd be a trigger, by the way. Any bald person is a trigger for her.
Whoa, what does she say?
She'll say, you're bald. You're bald. And she can't help it. So one of the guys that does the clicker on the show, he's bald. And so he can't be there to do that. Or she'll go, you're bald.
This is bananas. Yeah. Mark, how are you today, man?
Good. How are you?
Good. I appreciate you hollering at us. You have Tourette's.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, have you seen this show, the Bailin Show?
You know, my wife watched a few minutes of it, and I'm familiar with the girl.
Okay. How does this make you feel? Do you think she's being exploited, or are you glad there's something out there that's exposing more of us to your condition?
I think she's being exploited. Honestly, the thing is like, in today's society, everyone's going to look at that as a humorous thing.
Yeah.
You know, people aren't going to go, oh, well, such a bummer. No, they're going to laugh at her the whole time.
But I mean, I did just hearing the audio. I wasn't even watching it. But when she's like, a little baby weenie.
But don't you think that's good to laugh at yourself if it's something out of your control? Like sometimes you just got to go, wow, this is the card and I have to make the most of it. And she's laughing all the way to the bank. So.
Yeah, she's laughing to the bank. But I can tell you firsthand that when you're having these issues in public, I'm not a vocal person, but I'm more like a weird motor tic kind of thing. It's embarrassing as hell.
Oh, I'm sure.
And to be honest, like, it's horrible. I don't know. I feel like when I first saw that she had a show, I was disappointed.
So this is why I'm happy for you to let us know that, while you're doing that in public, that it's not you're very, very self-conscious of it. And like we need, as a public that doesn't have Tourette syndrome, needs to know that.
Yeah,
so you don't feel bad.
I got 100 questions, Mark. I only got time for a few. So you ready for it? Rapid fire.
I am.
Have you had it your whole life?
In my early 20s is really when it started.
What triggers it? I mean, is it chemical or is it genetic?
To be honest, I think it's genetic, but what's weird is after I had a car accident, it's kind of when it started. I had pain in my neck, and for whatever reason, I would always try and adjust my neck, and it just like took over from then on. I haven't been able to stop it since.
Oh my gosh. And is it like nasty words like what she says, or is it just like loud outbursts?
No words at all, actually. It's more just like weird, like kind of jerking and sometimes like weird noises.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it makes no sense at all. Everybody who knows me is like, oh, they don't even think twice. But I'll be like, let's just say I'm somewhere and I'm like ordering food or something and it happens. People are like, what the hell? And they look at you and you just feel like total crap. So I think like the show, that really sucks, to be honest. It's not something that you need to like, people really need to know that much about in my honest opinion. It's like, okay, she has this, cool, the end. I don't think you need like a series about it.
Sure.
Well, I think tics are more understood than the outbursts of saying you love little weenies. You know what I mean? Like, it's got to be, I don't want to downplay yours, but that's got to be really tough for her. Because
No, she's a million times worse.
If
than
I
me.
saw your tics out there, I'd be like, oh, he has tics.
Hey, Mark, is this hereditary?
As far as I know, I'm the only one.
Okay. And is there any
I don't know.
Is there any medication you can take that makes it better or that it's less symptomatic?
Antidepressants supposedly
like
can
Ritalin?
help. Like SSRIs can help.
Huh.
No, like Zoloft or that kind of stuff.
Okay. And are some days worse than others?
Yes. Is there what?
Are some days worse than others? I mean, like if it's a really cold day, a really hot day, a really stressful day.
Stress, yes, big time.
Huh.
I am so glad you were listening today.
Yeah.
This is the point of why I wanted to talk. He didn't want to talk about it. And I said, I remember back when my son had those kids in his class that sometimes you off the gate don't understand what they're going through. And then if their parent comes in and says they're normal, just like you understand it a little bit more. So.
Yeah, and I'm almost 40, so I've been going through it about 20 years.
Is it getting worse as you're getting older?
No, it's actually getting better as I'm getting older.
Oh, awesome.
No, do you credit that to you being able to deal with stress a little bit better as you get older?
I think the more you become mindful of it, the more you can kind of stop it before it gets like it consumes you.
I got you.
If that makes sense.
Last question. Is this prohibiting you from doing anything in your life, or is it just kind of like a speed bump?
No, it's just an annoyance.
Okay.
Well, thank you for taking the time to call us. It was very important.
Enlightening. I appreciate it, man. I hope you have a great morning.
Yes, absolutely. You too.
Take care, bro. Thanks for making us part of your day. It's Kat and JJ. Talked to New York a couple of seconds ago, who he got to keep. What did he get to keep? Oh, he got to keep the screws out of his knee when they got replaced. And then he has a buddy whose grandma had passed away. They cremated her. Her son got to keep all the artificial hips and everything like that because they didn't burn up in the incinerator. And then
it's like that episode of Only Murders in the Building. That's how they found Saz.
You're right.
And then they're like, wait, that's not her arm.
And Mary had texted in before about her gallbladder, and she's like, to clarify, I was able to keep the rocks from my gallbladder, and my doctor told me to make a necklace out of it.
Ish. It's like the parents that, never mind.
What about the circumcision?
Oh.
Is that what you're going to say?
Well, yeah, that too, but the choppers keep... Like the tooth fairy will come and take the tooth.
And then they give it back to the parents.
Off, yeah. And then they make like jewelry out of it.
If you make a necklace out of your kid's teeth, I don't want to be your friend. It's just, I can't do it, man.
Have you seen those fuglies? at Walmart.
Yes.
those have to be real teeth. We're going to find out down the road that those are cadaver teeth for sure.
Everything's nasty about that. How's Carrie doing today?
Good.
What'd you get to keep from your surgery?
So I had a tumor in my neck, and they put it in a jar so we could see it after my surgery.
How big was it?
It was about a golf ball,
Jeez.
And it had little feelers reaching out from it. It was creepy.
Was it was benign?
Yeah.
Okay, and did they let you keep it then, or they just showed it to you?
Well, I could have kept it, but that's gross. Why would you keep it?
I don't know. I mean, what
kind of fun. And you can walk by and go, "It's not a tumor," every time.
Right.
That's the only reason why I would keep it.
If you had to describe it to somebody who hasn't seen anything like this, you said it's got little feelers. Does it look like kind of the atoms they show us of like what, like in science class?
Kind of, yeah.
All right.
It looked like a little organ kind of thing, and then it had these little creepy tentacles coming out from it.
Weird. So weird. All right. Well, hey, thanks for sharing with us. This is odd. I hope you have a great morning.
Thanks, you too.
Brittany's been holding forever. I got to hear about the heart surgery. So tell us what happened here.
Okay, well, this one's pretty deep, but I actually had to have heart surgery.
Oh, wow.
Because my pacemaker, the stories are for days, but just to let you know, I had to get surgery for a new pacemaker. Mine was wearing out. My old one was wearing out, so I had to get a new one. And the souvenir was, so I turned in my old pacemaker back to the company. And oddly enough, the company didn't need it anymore, so they sent it back to me, which I was like, okay, well, why would I need my old pacemaker when I'm currently have one inside me? But it turns out, you guys, they sent it back, but they engraved it with my name on it.
So is that a normal thing that they do before they put it in you, or did they take it out of you and then do that?
I don't know if it's to market or if it's like, here's your souvenir, champ, for pulling through. I'm not sure, but gotta say, it's a pretty cool thing to have when your friends come over.
Well, yeah, you get to show somebody what's been in your chest for how long, and now it's got your name on it.
Yep, it's pretty cool, I gotta say.
If your phone rings today and you look down, you do not want that to be whom, Kat?
I would say my cousin's husband, who such a nice guy, but it's those conversations that just don't go anywhere and they're forever. And Derek's like, you're going to miss it when it's gone.
You just send it to voicemail?
I don't know. I don't know if I would miss it. I don't get them often. So if I knew I was going to get one, I was like, oh, God. I don't know if I want to answer this.
Hey, BT, who don't you want to be on the other line if the phone rings this afternoon?
Oh, that's easy. 2 letters. P-O.
Your parole officer.
But why would they be calling you? Are you doing something that you shouldn't be doing? Or maybe they have good news.
No, nothing good comes out of a phone call. Good news usually shows up in the mail. So,
you've been through this more than once.
So, what are you on parole for?
That's personal.
Okay.
You called us, sir.
We didn't call to spill everything. So how many times has that happened where you've looked on your phone and it's been your parole officer? Has that actually ever happened?
It's not parole. It's actually just probation.
Oh, probation. Sorry.
It's not that. Yeah, I've never been to the big house.
All right. Well, straight and narrow. Life's better.
Yeah. Yep. We're all good. So
okay.
We're not expecting you all, but you ask the questions. I'm just answering them.
All right. We appreciate it, man. Have a great morning. Stay clean.
See ya.
Yeah.
Take care.
What do you think it was? Petty theft. Like 1 for you, 2 for me.
I'm gonna guess
He didn't go to jail. Or do you have to go to jail? No, he didn't go to the big house.
He didn't go to the big house. So I'm gonna guess he had enough weed where he could have distributed, but it was just for his personal use. And he got busted with it.
y'all.
That's what I'm going to
maybe.
Emily on the other line is going to be somebody who you just don't want to hear today from. Who would it be?
My mother-in-law.
Oh, no.
Oh, why?
I hate when I hear that because I have the best mother-in-law. So does she make just life hard for you or what?
It's gotten better. I shouldn't say that. It's gotten better. It's just, yeah. My husband set boundaries, which is really great.
Good.
So, as he should, But we moved very close to them, and so it was popping over nonstop, even when I was working from home. And it's like, no, I'm working. You just can't stop over on a Wednesday
So she would
at
just
9
stop
a.m.
over and hang out? Or
The
would there be a
pop-ins.
purpose?
Yeah, the pop-in.
Yeah.
I can hear it in your voice how you're just like, oh my God, I can't believe we moved this close to these people.
Yeah.
Call, hit us with a text, maybe a DM or an email. We'd love for you to participate.
So we will have certain things planned throughout the show, but if you have a problem, man, that takes precedent. So we just move things around for Allison because she's going through something.
Yeah, tell us what's going on here with your dog or cat, maybe.
So I've been dating this guy, for a little while, and things are kind of progressing, getting serious. And my cat Pickles, she's my life. Like she's my ride or die. She's been around through it all. Like we've moved 5 different times,
Yeah.
But she just does not like him.
What does she do, though, to make it known that she doesn't like this person? Does she just stay away, or?
She legit, well, first of all, she will give him, the meanest side eye, which I know cats kind of have,
It's a cat.
An RBF, but she will look at him like she's going to kill him, and then she will hiss if he comes close to me, which she doesn't. That's not the kind of cat that she is. But she does pick and choose. Like, if she doesn't like you, she will hiss, which is so weird. And then she'll even, kind of, stick her butt in his face. I don't know. She is just so... She hates him. And, we can't, cuddle. If we're watching a movie and she's around, I can't cuddle with him.
But Pickles, that's what your cat's name is, Pickles?
Yeah.
But Pickles hasn't been this territorial with anyone else?
She kind of, not as territorial. She definitely does not like every person.
This is a red flag. I would listen to Pickles. I think they got an intuition, man.
But it's also a cat. It's not like a terrier. A terrier, has those instincts. A cat just, most of the time hates everybody.
Yeah, well, yeah. And I don't know what to do because, I'm really into this guy. He's, honestly, it's the man of my dreams. I can't even believe that we're here. And I want to move forward with him. And he even was he brought up to me, he's maybe we need to rehome Pickle.
Ooh.
And I'm
so those are...
I don't think he understands that this is my child,
But this could be your forever. This could be the man that gives you your babies.
Hey, what if you had him have cat treats in his pocket? Do you think Pickles would be nice to him then? That could easily bridge this gap. If the cat all of a sudden likes him because of the treats, then maybe the cat will start warming up to him.
I say try anything and everything first. And then
okay,
yeah.
I haven't tried that. I mean, we've tried him giving her treats, but maybe him keeping them on him. Yeah. Maybe that would help.
Yeah, let's do this. I'm going to put you on hold real quick, Allison. If you got recommendations, maybe you've been through this, you had a pet and that pet was through the roughest of times with you, and then you start dating someone and the pet really doesn't love that person. How'd you get through that?
I can imagine that this will be a difficult situation for either the boyfriend or for Pickles.
Can you help me? Can you help me? Can you help me? Everybody!
OPP, other people's problems this morning, specifically Brianna's problem.
Yeah, it says, hey, Kat and JJ, wondering if you guys have some advice. You or your listeners. I'm a female in her 30s, not overweight. I'm in shape. Recently getting back out into the dating world, however, very self-conscious about a situation that I have. I was diagnosed a few years ago with sleep apnea and have to use a CPAP machine. Luckily, it's not the full face kind, but still embarrassing to me, not being an overweight young female. So my question is, when do I share this information with a new partner? Is it on the first date? A few dates in? I'm scared to tell him. Thanks for your help. And my advice is a few dates in. They have to see the you that you want the world to see. And then, I don't know, if it doesn't work out, if they don't call you after.
How do you prepare for this first date? Do you bring it with and it's in the back of your car just in case?
She sounds like a lady. Like she's not going to have an overnight
Some
with him on the first
go for it
date.
on the first round. What's the big deal?
Then he'll just know on the first date.
But do you bring it with? Or do you go, oh, no, we have to go back to my house. I need to live.
I would think if it's very small and portable, that if she's going to do an overnight at someone's house, she'll bring it. But some people just need certain apparatus to live. And this sounds like that for her.
So if you, and I'm really ignorant to the CPAP situation, but if you don't have it, you'll die?
Well, who knows? I mean, that's why when you're diagnosed, they give it to you so you don't die. There are certain people that could just stop breathing and then you're done.
But you catch back up after a little bit, right?
Do you want to find out?
Well, I don't know. I hope I never live that life. But if you just...
And don't say live that life. A lot of people have it.
I know. I'm just saying.
You're making it sound like it's this terrible
I'm
thing.
hoping it doesn't happen to me, right? I'm just hoping it doesn't. The same as I hope I don't lose my foot in a farming accident.
That would
Same
be
thing.
tragic.
So let me get this right. You're going down the road and your car goes into the ditch and you got to live off the land and survive. You're not going to make it through one night because you're not hooked up to a machine?
Even if she doesn't make it the whole night, she's not going to get a good night's sleep. You're just going to sit there and you don't want to die or choke or run out of air. That's not going to be a good
I get that.
night.
Steven, thoughts on this whole thing here?
Well, first off, it sounds like she's got to be a little more realistic about things. I've got a couple of friends that use CPAP machines, and I'll be honest, they are overweight. So I really do not trust this thing that she's in shape.
But she
or what
says she's
have you.
not overweight.
All right.
Yeah, people say that sort of thing all the time. I'll believe it when I see it. I haven't met anyone so far that's using a CPAP who's actually of a reasonable weight. So, we'll put that off to the side.
Okay.
But, in dating, you really just have to put your best foot forward. So I would say hold off on that. If you ever bring someone home early in the relationship, just try to go without. You'll probably be fine. It's not that big of an issue. You really just don't want to interrupt your partner's sleep with all that noise that it makes.
You know that if she doesn't wear it, you could die. If you don't wear that, it's to help her breathe at night.
That doesn't sound realistic to me. You can probably go without it for a while.
All right. We're good with this whole thing. We're good with this.
We need our phone spinner
This
back.
guy.
I'm done with that. Lexi just texted, I have my own small mini CPAP machine like B is talking about, and I do bring it. It's portable. I have to. There it is.
God, it
It's
just makes
not
it a little awkward when it's time to get down, doesn't it?
You don't wear it when you're getting down.
But, I mean, afterwards, you're like, all right, you want to watch this Netflix film? No.
Then make it a last minute thing.
I got to breathe.
Or wait till they go to bed. If it's not making a ton of sound, wait till they go to bed.
Hey, good morning. You got some thoughts on this for us?
Yeah, are you guys still talking about the CPAP stuff?
Yeah. What are you thinking about this whole thing? When do you mention this in a date?
I think that, it'd be something I would bring up maybe in the moment of when you're kind of planning to stay the night,
Yeah.
Honestly, so many people have it that you have to be living under a rock to not even know that it's a common thing. And to the idiot that was just on the radio, my fiance and his dad are both 6'4", 6'5", 230 pounds, very average normal weight, and both have CPAP machines.
What happened 50 years ago when they didn't have these machines? Did these people just randomly die at night and we just chucked them in the ground?
Or you just had horrible night's sleep, always worrying if you're going to run out of breath.
Yeah, so not only does it affect the person who has it sleep, but their partners. Cause I'll be honest, I literally was I gave my fiance an ultimatum. I was like, look, I know you need a CPAP because I literally record you snoring and then stopping breathing for a whole minute,
Jeez.
and then it's super scary, and then it was affecting my sleep, and I'm the hangriest person. So if I'm hungry, I'm crabby. If I'm tired, I'm crabby. And I'm honest about it. And I'm like, listen, either you're going to die, I'm going to murder you, or I'm going to go buy a brand new bed, a fancy ass bed in the spare bedroom.
You ever pull the plug on that CPAP machine and then fart in it and see if you can smell it?
Oh my God.
No, I would never do that. No, but they're so quiet. It does not affect me at all. I sleep better now that he has it because I'm not being woken up by snoring.
Interesting email we got from Tessa.
Yeah, she had wrote us and said, hope this finds the Playhouse. I work at a very well-known bar in the area. 2 weeks ago, caught my manager skimming from the register And he knows I caught him, and he told me I no longer need to split my tips with the barbacks or their servers. So how that hasn't caught up to her yet in 2 weeks, or the rumors and the talks haven't started yet, is very surprising to me. After even one day of not doing that in the server world, that would catch up to you. But she says the extra money has been fantastic and has now allowed me to pay off a lot of my Christmas bills. I feel guilty because the bar owners are great. I know them, and they don't know what's going on. But this guy is dating someone that's related to the owners, and she doesn't know if they're going to believe him over her, fire her. If
There's so many levels to this thing.
There is, and I think there's a lot of overthinking, Tessa. I think just the truth will set you free.
Or you'll be in jail.
She didn't do anything.
Took tips. She took somebody else's money.
That's her money. She just didn't.
Not all of it.
It's like it's an understanding when you do that stuff, when you tip the barbacks and the other servers.
If you take something, it's not yours. It's stealing. She stole from another employee. That's honestly what happened. Jen, I want to get your thoughts on this whole thing. What would you do?
Well, I look at it just like you do. She is stealing from the other one, staff by not splitting her tips. And so what he's doing, he's having the other staff pay for what he caught her do, or she caught him doing by taking the tips, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's so sordid right now. It's very odd.
Yeah, it is. And he's kind of just skating by and, asked me, and, the other staff is having to pay for his mistake.
Yeah. And don't you feel like he's going to get caught down the road? It will come out. He's not going to hold this close to his vest. He has nothing to lose.
Too many people know already.
Yeah, because we know.
Right. I was going to say, do you know how many bar owners are listening to this morning right now, looking at all their managers going, oh, God, is that this person?
We got it, Tessa.
We got him. Oh, geez.
I know, right?
I was
thinking the same thing.
Oh, my God.
She didn't ask me to change her name. When you write into the show, you say, will you change our name? Will you change my name to something else?
Well, this thing's going to blow up today. I didn't even think about that when we...
Yeah, I'm thinking that way. I'm like, oh, no, because now everybody's going to know.
Yep.
Yeah, and it's not good when you're doing that. You know how it is. If you're splitting tips, it's a huge issue anyway.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. 2 weeks of her not doing it, I cannot believe that, because it would be a rumble the next morning.
My daughter does a lot of bartending, and she comes home, and even after they split their tips, she's making a very, very good amount of money for a college kid. And I can't imagine if she wouldn't have had to split tips, like she'd be driving her rolls.
Yeah. I know.
This is ridiculous. All right. So, Jen, either way, you're like, get the hell out of there because you're going to get caught.
Yeah, and think of the other employees, because they're the ones that are paying, by her not splitting with them. And then they'll retaliate, and then it's going to be a hell.
Oh, whoa. Gosh, you can use a lot of words on our show, but you can't use that one. You got to go.
Kids
Jen,
in the car.
thanks.
Oh, no.
I appreciate I know.
Okay.
I appreciate you being comfortable, but no cussing. Okay. Have a great day. I appreciate that. Ah!
All right, now we'll wait.
It's okay. It's building back. Snooks, what's up? How are you?
Pretty good.
Good. We haven't heard from you in a hot minute. You
sound really good. Off air, we were like, she sounds really good. You in a good spot?
How was jail?
Oh my God, it was horrendous.
Wait, were you really in jail?
You think she wasn't in jail?
Oh, I was
life.
shooting in the dark. We hadn't heard from her in a while, and I was like,
I literally assumed you were in jail. So,
all right, we digress. What do you think about this whole splitting tips thing?
I think it's they should just say something, because why stealing from the
other
register?
Workers. Yeah.
Other workers, and other workers need that tip money to survive on.
Exactly. I mean, she saw how much she needed it to pay off those Christmas bills and stuff like that. Other servers, I heard tipping is down more than ever in the service industry, so they need it.
Oh, yeah, definitely they do.
So who'd you meet in there? Any lifelong friends?
Oh, my gosh. Just regulars that's been in and out.
Regulars that have been, yeah.
How was the food in the pen?
Oh my God, ridiculous!
Like ridiculous bad.
Peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, 4 days a week for supper.
What do you do? What do you do to eat up most of your time? Were you in there reading?
They get iPads now.
STS.
Oh, you were texting.
No, I was working.
Oh.
Working day for day.
I got you.
All right. And what are we doing to stay out of there?
Just not get caught?
Yeah, don't get caught, and they'll be dipping in the register and taking tips.
Yeah, that's a good thing, right? Don't be taking someone else's tips. All right, well, hey, I'm glad you're out.
Exactly.
Always good to hear from you. Keep your nose clean. And
call us more often. You know what they say? A call to the playhouse a day keeps the jail days at bay.
You want to lay by the bay and
what do you say?
On some hay? All right. Thanks, Snooks. Have a great morning.
It was good to hear from you.
Yeah, you too.
All right, take care.
Love her sense of humor.
Bye.
If you can't laugh at yourself or life's lessons, you're just going to crumble.
What a shot in the dark, too.
Not at all.
I genuinely would have never been like, oh, how was jail? I was just joking with her.
Oh.
She's like, oh, it sucks.
Yeah. Well, it does.
I'm sure.
I hear.
I would take you for granted.
You know what is a common text? 2 wrongs don't make a right. And that's exactly what that email was. So, Tessa, hopefully this was a nice guiding light for you.
Can't believe we used her name.
Now
I really
you learn a lesson.
I really can't believe we used her name.